A god named Master Lu enters the mortal world where cultivators from the spiritual realm are very popular. Our hero An Lin celebrates his 18th birthday and makes a promise to be a cultivator, but then he is confronted by Master Lu. He is shocked at first, so he uses his spiritual eyes to defend himself, but it's of no use, as the God Master makes his way inside. The overpowered grandpa tries to be friendly with our hero, but An Lin is still scared of him, so he forcefully takes him away from the mortal world. An Lin is brought to the spiritual realm, where Master Lu uses his powers to activate the War God system inside him. The system works well with our hero, as he has a heavenly physique. Now the god gives him a personal recommendation letter, and says that he can use it to study at the Jizhao Top Magic Academy in the Kingdom of Hancha. Our hero agrees rather quickly, so Master Lu tempts him further by saying there are endless beauties waiting for him on the other side of the heavenly gate. However, the old grandpa seems to be happy now that he's finally free from the War God system, which suddenly activates inside An Li. He asks him to help a cultivator girl named Xu Xiaolan, who is struggling to enter the spiritual realm. An Lin readily agrees and is happy to see that Xu is very pretty. The system gives An Lin his new outfit, and then he heads inside Hancha with Xu. As they reach the academy enrollment area, our heroes watch Chen Xuan Yuan getting his ranking. Everyone seems to be smitten by him, but there's another cultivator named Wei who looks very suspicious. Now it's Xu's turn, and she reaches rank 9, after which An Lin makes his way forward. He's a little nervous, but then he gives his recommendation for Master Lu, and everyone goes crazy, as the god is well respected as Jizhao. The elders Yue Ying and Ming Yuan make their introductions, and then Ming Yuan tells An Lin that he will bring miracles upon everyone. The crowd cheers him on, and even he is excited to get his rank, but Ming Yuan's deceptive words actually meant that An Lin would get a 0 score, which is the lowest possible rank. A cultivator named Louis Dabao leads the way as everyone in the academy starts booing our hero. Wei uses this opportunity to challenge An Lin to a battle, but Xu manages to take him away before things get ugly. Later, the War God system tells An Lin that he has become a crook, so he decides to upgrade himself with some push-ups. However, as he steps out of his home, An Lin is attacked by a mysterious warrior. He immediately dodges his attacks, and an intense sequence follows, during which both of them trade blows. The attacker is revealed to be Louis, as he unleashes an overpowered attack on An Lin, but Xu comes to his rescue and stops the battle. However, they witness the real Louis entering later, so the imposter assassin uses the distraction to attack Xu. Luckily, An Lin saves her by calling on the powers of the Heavenly Gate, but he also gets injured in the process. The imposter escapes, and then our hero bonds with his budding girlfriend over his actions. The next day, everyone makes fun of An Lin for his rank, and he uses divine insight to detect what they're saying. It's time for class, and An Lin is shocked to see Elder Kang Sheng, who has taken the form of a tree. As Xu explains how the teachers of the academy operate, the beauty queen Su Shangyun makes her way inside, and all the boys including An Lin are smitten by her. Chang also joins the others, while Wei maliciously spies upon our hero. Classes begin, but An Lin cannot get enlightened like the others, so he uses divine insight to watch Xu. A hilarious sequence follows, as a sword, a ball of fire, and a hammer take classes because they don't want to manifest into their physical form. An Lin gets excited when Yue Wing arrives in her human form, but she tells everyone to play on their phones and watches a steamy romance to pass the time. After that, Ming Yuan arrives to teach numerology, but makes everyone go to sleep, much to An Lin's dismay. However, the elder also warns our hero that there's a bloodbath waiting for him. He is woken up by Xu in the middle of the magic class, and then Yue Ying invites him to spar with Chang, who has been made the class monitor. An Lin becomes nervous, so Xu tries to stand up for him by attacking Chang instead. However, the cultivator has no interest in her and dominates the fight with his magical barrier. An Lin uses his divine insight to spot a weakness in the barrier, and then he uses his powers to save Xu. Now he challenges Chang to a duel and fires a blast at him, but he seemingly misses. Chang is about to use his finisher move, but he realizes that his opponent was actually aiming for the weak spot in his barrier. Chang admits defeat, and everyone becomes jealous of An Lin, who has suddenly progressed to level 4. That's when Elder Yuhua arrives to inform Yue Ying that something has gone wrong at the field of battle for freedom. She has to leave the class, and then Chang strikes a friendship with An Lin by offering a ring that is worth 5,000 spirit stones. Things get better for our hero as even Su asks to be friends with the team. Later, the War God system tells An Lin that if he doesn't make it to the top 50 in the upcoming qualifiers, then he will transform into a girl. He doesn't take it seriously at first, but then he has a nightmare where he actually turns into a woman. Fearing the worst, he immediately absorbs some spirit stones to upgrade his skills even further. However, An Lin is extremely low in the current rankings, so he asks his friends how they would feel if he became a girl. Shu thinks he's being creepy, and it only becomes more awkward when Chang and Su believe that this is his fantasy. Our hero doesn't want any further embarrassment, so he vows to increase his powers and enter the top 50. An Lin summons the system to help him out, but even he makes fun of his own master. The system eventually says that An Lin has to defeat someone who is at their 9th rank or higher, so he decides to ask Shu for help. However, he becomes shy in front of her, so he goes to Chang instead. The class monitor asks not to use evil methods for his progress and suggests using a sneak attack on him. However, An Lin feels more comfortable with Shu, so he asks her if he can do it for her. So she blushes and tries to act cool by saying yes. However, An Lin actually carries out the attack and it makes Shu sad. Our hero spots this, so he stops in the middle of his move, but he accidentally touches her. This makes for an awkward situation, so Shu runs away. An Lin cries about this incident to Chang, but he reassures him that his crush will forgive him. Now An Lin tries another tactic by eating a pill, but it turns out to be a prank as it casually causes diarrhea. This forces An Lin to stay at home and fertilize all the trees around him, so everyone in class thinks that he's just hiding from the battle for freedom. Chang goes to check up on him, and then he learns that An Lin will take 10 days before he completes his detox. The cultivator decides to help his friend and speeds up the process in a hilarious sequence. This becomes a daily routine, but Shu is still upset with her crush, as she believes he doesn't have the courage to apologize. An Lin manages to speed through his dumping, but has to control himself when the big day arrives, as he still have 5 minutes of detox left. At the gathering, he meets Dog God named Dabai, who detects something wrong with his gut and offers to help. Then Yuhua arrives to commence the competition so that everyone can make their way to the top 50. The disciples are sent to the battle arena, and Chang already begins his domination against his opponents. Even Su does well, but An Lin only asks Louis for toilet paper and leaves after he says no. Our hero tries to relieve himself in private, but keeps getting interrupted by other cultivators. Luckily, he manages to hold them off long enough to complete the detox, and then he gets the god move, Quaking Fist. An Lin uses this move to defeat his opponents, and then he bumps into Louis again, who offers him a chance to enter the top 50 by allowing him to defeat all his lesser-ranked colleagues. An Lin does so with ease, and then he looks for an upgrade quest as his probability is still quite low. Suddenly, he is confronted by Tang Shi-man, who is a spiritual nurturing cultivator. However, before they can fight, Tang is blown away by Lu Chuanghan, who is considered to be the #1 goddess of killing. She looks menacing at first, but switches her mood and offers to play a game. Liu wants to play League of Immortals with An Lin, but she is known to be a crazy girl and keeps changing her mind till she eventually decides to ask him some juicy questions. Our hero is able to bond with her as she learns about Chang and his other friends. Towards the end, Liu forces An Lin into calling her cute, and then she asks him a serious question about whether he wants to be lonely or popular. His answer pleases her, so she makes him a member of the Liu Club. However, the goddess of killing wants to play video games with our hero for 3 days, and he doesn't have that kind of time. Luckily, he manages to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by losing Liu to take him to the Black Rock, where he can complete his upgrade quest and play with her at the same time. Once they arrive, An Lin starts absorbing the powers of the rock so that he can defeat Liu and escape before the competition is over. He spots an overpowered cultivator named Chan, but Liu isn't able to see him. Chan decides to leave because he wants to avoid karma, and we see the elders watching everything from above. Meanwhile, Shu meets Dabai, who tells her about An Lin's diarrhea, but then they are attacked by Wei. An intense battle follows, but they aren't able to keep up with him. Now An Lin and Liu play games for hours, and she uses her cheat codes to win against him. The upgrade is eventually complete, so the War God system tells his master to attack Liu. but he doesn't want to do it now. However, the goddess uses her ultimate flash on him when she realizes that he was lying to her. After a few awkward moments, Anlin is able to clear the confusion and calm her down. However, in order to test the strength of his truth, Liu swallows the diarrhea pill. Luckily, our hero saves her with his new earth powers, and they become friends again when Liu gives him her headband. Anlin leaves the rock and moves ahead with his mission, but he is suddenly attacked by Elder Wang Xuanzhan, who is looking for Chen Chen. He threatens to kill all the students in the area, while Shu and Dabai fight some more cultivators. They aren't able to keep up with the others, and then Wei launches an attack on them. Luckily, Anlin saves his friends, and Liu's headband also protects the team from Wang's lightning strike. Now Anlin defeats Wei and his accomplices, after which Wang launches another attack. That's when Su and Chang arrive to fight the overpowered elder. An intense battle follows, but Wang manages to beat the both of them easily. He also tries flirting with Su, but she immediately sacrifices herself so that she can run away. This infuriates Wang, and he sends Chang away with his dragon blast. After that, he attacks Anlin and the team, but Chen Chen arrives and blocks him with a finger of heaven. He asks Anlin to learn the move, after which he vanishes. Our hero figures his only chance to break into the top 50 is to defeat Wang, so he sends Shu and Dabai away in order to protect them. Wang attacks with his dragon blast, and Anlin uses his quaking fist, but it doesn't stop the dragon. Luckily, the War God system activates the finger of heaven, and this allows Anlin to launch an overpowered blast at Wang, thus defeating him with a single blow. Everyone celebrates him as a divine messenger, but our hero faints after using his powers and has to be nursed back to health. Later, the elders announce that the Demon King is about to awaken, so they send Anlin, Chang, and Shu as divine messengers to help the mortal world to defeat him. Our hero makes use of this opportunity to start a proxy buying business, and even Liu agrees to make an esports club. Wei is shocked to see how successful Anlin's business is doing, and then Liu gives our hero her storage ring. This makes Shu jealous, so Chang avoids the drama. Now, Mingyuan comes to give Anlin some information, but he runs away because it's never good news from this elder. Shu decides to hear it instead, and then she learns that Anlin's journey will be filled with life and death situations. The next day, the divine messengers are about to leave through a portal, but Anlin is taken by an unknown power, so Shu holds on to him. They wake up in the mortal world and they are falling from the sky, so Anlin uses his powers to save them from the crash. Chang also reunites with the team, but they notice a flower growing on Anlin's head. Now, Tian Ling Ling arrives from Human Alliance and takes the messengers to her space shuttle. She acts tough with them, so Shu confronts her for her attitude. Anlin prepares to stop them with his soul powers, but Chang does it first and earns Tian's admiration. The grumpy princess tells her heroes that the cultivators have messed up, and then she takes them to her team. Here they meet Yuan, who is Anlin's eternal crush. Then Tian's father, Shigo, arrives and states that they managed to kill the demon cult without any help. He berates the divine messengers for being weak, and then Yuan tells Anlin that cultivators should not meddle with human problems. Suddenly, everyone is alerted of the Blood Clan and demon cult warriors coming together, so our heroes offer to help. Shigo refuses any assistance and attacks them instead. Anlin challenges the grumpy commander and says that the cultivators will join the humans if he wins. However, Chan attacks him and an intense battle follows. She uses all her powers on Anlin, but it's of no use, as he dominates her with ease. Then he launches a crybaby attack on Shigo, which makes him literally cry like a baby. Our hero is about to land a finisher move, but Yuan stops him in the middle of it. After an awkward touch, Yuan uses her soul attack to test Anlin, but Tian gets trapped inside it. Anlin manages to save her by using his almighty soul technique, and this makes everyone respect him. Yuan offers some steamy fan service as a reward, but Anlin asks her to sign up to his proxy buying business instead. Now Tian and Anlin go to fight the demon cult, which has already unleashed the soul-devouring mist. Chan figures it's dangerous, but Anlin uses his powers to see through the mist. He goes inside and comes back to inform her that they are up against 3 blood gods and 1 demon god. However, he has hilariously managed to keep them busy with his crybaby move and the diarrhea pill. And that's the end of part 1. Like, share, and subscribe for more awesome recaps. Tap the bell icon for regular notifications. I'll see you soon.